What's up, everybody? It's Greg Birch with Delta Financial, and this is the Be the Difference podcast. This podcast is all about making you a better person in your life, in your business, with sales, leadership, mindset, and marketing advice, everything under the sun as an entrepreneur, and we bring on guest speakers. Today, I have the honor and pleasure of welcoming Mr. David Doehring.
What's up, buddy?
What's going on, bro?
Never gets old.
Never gets old, bro.
I'm just waiting for the one time you think I'm doing applause and I end up doing a wah, wah by mistake.
So, bro, how was that bird?
Oh, man, it was great. It was great. Cameron's going to kill us if we left it on the table.
If we were trying to get sponsored by Early Bird. We're not really trying to get sponsored by Early Bird. but we have one.
Honestly, dude, you've got so many people on that. From our previous company, too. Like, at least a couple hundred people.
Easily.
You should at least have Early Bird for life.
Yeah. At the very minimum, Early Bird. Just send me some bird for life, bro.
Yeah.
And also, I want access to all flavors, even the ones that you don't sell anymore.
Yes.
Period.
The trial run ones.
Yeah. All the trial ones. Yeah. So, Dave, what do you want to talk about today?
Well, we were just kind of riffing back and forth, about commitment, right, and accountability, and kind of how the two play in together. Not just from showing up to trainings and stuff, but actually, if you say, "Hey, so let's take for example, when an agent says, "Hey, I'm full time," I've burned the ships, and I've whatever, I quit my job and I'm going all in, and then we reach out and we day in day out they're not doing the activity, right, that they should as a full time agent would, right. So at some point they're going to have to kind of own up to the fact of, I'm not doing what I should be, right?
Yeah.
Like, who am I kidding, right? I'm only lying to myself here if I'm saying, well, I'm full time, but I'm working an hour a day. Or I'm sitting there scrolling through Instagram or Facebook, and I think that I'm doing work, but I mean, let's be honest. It's like you're not putting in the reps. That's why you're not getting any better. You're not having success.
Yeah.
So I think, when you have a lot of connection with all the agents right here at Delta on a daily basis.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that obviously you identify when somebody says, "Yeah, I'm full time," but then those words aren't lining up with their actual actions?
This is a unique concept. Well, the way that you're positioning this is unique. I mean, obviously it's not unique to talk about burning the ships or any of that shit. So, it's almost like it's almost societal, I believe. It's almost like across all of society, there's this idea like it's like cool to be an entrepreneur and it's cool to be my own boss and then
it's the hip new thing.
It's hip, it's cool, it's new. Not really new, but it's something that people want to do as to be part of everyone else. To be like, it's like the Me Too. Like, I want to do it too. I want to. You're doing it. I'm doing it too. And now they're putting themselves in a position where what they don't realize is they're trading one shackle for another. So you're trading the shackle of 9 to 5 with the shackle of entrepreneurship, which is you have to work really, really, really hard in order for it to succeed.
Way harder, actually.
Yeah, you got to work way harder for yourself to succeed. And I heard a reference to this, and the reference was entrepreneurship is like a plane taking off. Okay, so you have the speed. You need a certain amount of speed. You need a certain amount of fuel, and you have to have the pilot. So the speed is like the momentum that you get, right? Yep. If you don't have enough speed, the plane is not going to get to be able to pull up and actually take off, right?
Yeah. The nose won't get up, and it won't actually take off. If you don't have the fuel, it's not going to be able to take off, and same with the pilot. You won't last very long either.
You won't last very long. So the speed is the momentum, and the momentum is built by doing daily actions. So whether you're part-time or you're full-time, doesn't matter. If you're going to do something as an entrepreneur, what you just need to do is you need to commit to it. And then the second part of commitment, of committing to it is holding yourself accountable to the daily actions that you have to do. This isn't a hobby.
Right.
This is you trying to do a secondary job or a secondary opportunity in order for you to make enough money that you can either retire early, or you can reinvest that money, or you can
get your life back.
Your time.
Yeah. Right.
So you have to do those daily actions. And as you do the daily actions consistently, you build momentum. Now, if you're not building momentum fast enough, your plane will never take off.
Yep.
Your opportunity with entrepreneurship will never become successful because you're not doing the right daily actions every single day. The fuel is the money, is the capital, right? And that means you have to pour money back into your business.
Yep.
And so for this, as an entrepreneur, it's kind of like self-feeding. As you make money, you have to pour back into it, which is like for insurance, for us, is like buying leads. It's doing masterminds. It's going to conferences. It's having a coach. It's all those things I spend money on, you spend money on, in order to make sure that we are always keeping our act sharp and we're always evolving and developing ourselves. Right? If you're not putting money back into your business will die. It's just going to happen. And then the pilot is you, the entrepreneur. You have to be present. You have to be there. This isn't something that you can just give off and put on autopilot. It doesn't work that way.
Not at all.
So here's this great example of what it's like to be an entrepreneur, like starting off. And people don't realize how hard they have to work. So they'll say nice things because it's awesome to copy. Like, oh, yeah, you got to burn the ships. I burn the ships mentality. And it's just like, dude, you don't even know what the hell you're talking about, bro.
Yeah.
You burn the ships. Dude, and I've seen people in the insurance industry where it would be like, yeah, I'm going all in. I'm just go all in. Like they say, like a chant, right? And then
they work less hard than when they were not all in.
and then they'll like quit their job, they'll buy a bunch of leads, and then like 2 months later they're doing Uber. They're like, I went all in and it didn't work. Yeah, no, bro, what you did was you quit your job and then you scrolled fucking Instagram for 8 hours a day, or you watch TikTok videos and you didn't actually get to work. It's like I can promise you this, I can guarantee you this, that if I were to follow you around with a video camera and watch your actions every single day from start of the day to the end of the day, from the time you woke up until the time you went to bed, and I watched every single thing you did, I want to bet you would not want anybody to watch that and you say, I went all in. And you could back those actions up with that video recording. I can guarantee it.
Yep.
So you didn't go all in. You didn't burn the ships. You just quit. You became lazy. You bought some leads. You thought it was going to be automatic. You didn't get the momentum. And you're just sitting there just slowly, that plane is just slowly going down the runway. Ain't not doing anything. It's not getting in the air, bro.
Never. No, it never will. I mean, you're so accurate with that. And I truly believe that no matter what you're doing, like if you do have a 9-to-5 job, and let's say maybe you don't like the environment you're in, and that's what ultimately compels you to go, you know what, I'm quitting and I want to be my own boss, right? I want to have more time. I want to be an entrepreneur, right? You want to join that hip crowd or bandwagon. If you're slacking off at your 9-to-5 and you're not putting in an effort there, it's like you got to be excellent no matter where you are, in anything that you do. Like what makes you think that you're going to be just barely putting in enough effort at work to not get fired, and then all of a sudden now you don't have that clock in, clock out, you don't have the boss telling you what to do, and you think you're going to just leave that and then become an entrepreneur and just be super disciplined? It's like, that's not how it works. You obviously have to be that way and practice that no matter where you are. So if you're in a position right now where maybe you're at a spot that you're not liking, you got to try to make the best of that spot. And obviously you got to be smart as far as when you make that transition, right? So you never want to stretch yourself too thin or put you or your family in a bad spot, or, start racking up a bunch of debt. Those kind of things are just going to put too much pressure on you. And I've been around long enough to see that happen time and time again. And when people do that, when agents try to do that in this kind of industry, they end up falling flat on their face because it's too much pressure. And there is a learning curve, this is an industry you obviously need to be able to connect with people. You have to have the knowledge and skills and whatnot. And it's not like an overnight thing. Now, does that mean that, agent can't come in and start crushing it right away? No, of course they can. Yeah. But it's like, I believe that the ones that are going to do that and they come in and they have, they achieve great things right off the bat, it's because they already were a disciplined person. They have the right mindset, like whatever they are. That's why a lot of athletes or whatnot, like high level performers at something else, they can come in and dip into the industry, the insurance industry, and have a lot of success because they're disciplined, right? They've clearly, especially if you're playing a sport and you're playing an individual sport like tennis or golf, something like that, where you don't even have a coach. You have no coach telling you what to do. You have nobody. It's just you, and so like somebody like a Tiger Woods, he's like out there, I mean, every day hitting thousands of golf balls, right?
Getting those reps in, son.
You're getting the reps in. And so it's like that's somebody where they're already operating on that like level of discipline that, they can make that. Somebody like that could really do anything and have like a, the path to success. I really think so. So, stop doing that. I mean, what you have to do if you're going to go all in and you're going to say, hey, I'm going to, burn the ships and all that, you better treat this as a 9 to 5. You got to
you need to treat it as a 7 to 7.
Yeah, really.
Honestly, yeah.
Like you have to, you clearly can't just expect to go, okay, now that I have all this free time, right, Greg, I can, I can just kind of set my own schedule and I can take a day off whenever I want to. And it's like, look, if you do that, you're going to be in a lot of trouble because one day turns to 2, turns to 3. And then before you know it, you're not focusing any of your effort on the stuff that matters. Yeah. Like you said, like you're not prioritizing the money-making tasks. It's like you could, sit there all day and learning a bunch of product knowledge, but if you never make one phone call and you never sit with anybody, are you going to have any success?
No.
You're not. No. So it's like technically, oh, well, I'm working hard, Greg. Like I'm putting in all this effort. Like, look at me learning all the carrier products. And it's like, well, what good is that knowledge if you're not going to actually share it?
Ultimately it has to do with accountability, being accountable to your actions, making sure that you're actually doing everything that you need to do in order to get that momentum, like I was saying earlier. So you do have to burn your ships, and you do have to remove out all other options, because when you take out every other option, all of your energy can get focused on the one thing that you want to do, that your desire is to be successful in. Now, what you're talking about too is it's kind of like the actions you have to take. There's only so much studying that you can do, honestly. It's like, oh, well, I'm going to go study the carriers and like I'm going to learn every product. Okay, you're wasting your damn time, okay? Yep. I can tell you a million different things about how to ride a bike. And like what it's like, what it feels like, how to do the pedals.
Which bike is the best?
Yeah, exactly. And if it should be a road bike or a mountain bike and like an 18 speed or a 12 speed, and like I could do all that stuff, right? And I could talk about that, how to actually change the gears, and are the gears going to be the clickers?
Bike, though, does it?
It doesn't get you on the bike, and until you actually get on the bike, you're not going to learn how to ride.
Right.
Until you actually do the action, until you actually get in the field and you go sit in front of a client,
and
you're going to fall. Yep. It's going to happen. Right? The intricacies of how to like actually balance yourself, you're not going to understand it until you do it. Entrepreneurship and being an entrepreneur, that's in any industry. You have to get out there and act first. Like you have to start acting. There is no way around it. And man, this bird is pumping me up. Feeling good.
Shameless plug right there.
Shameless
Let's get some free bird.
Give me that bird, son.
Be the bird.
Be the bird podcast.
Might have to redo the intro. Yeah,
I know, right?
That's so good.
So, no, this is a good topic, man. And this actually pumped me up. I got some ideas for other topics we can talk about.
Yeah,
just by talking about this one. So, David, thank you so much for coming on board, man. Thanks for coming. Thanks for,
dude. I'm at the Birch residence. It's great to be in person.
He's at Casa de Birch.
I am. Right? Yeah. And look at this background, this table, man.
I know.
We're not collapsing it.
Yeah.
It's comfy, man. I love it. Got a sick setup.
He's talking crap because my old table and chair set, the chairs were a little wobbly last year. And there was a couple of chairs that almost broke when I sat down. And some others did too. But yeah, bro.
We gotta do this more.
We do. We do. I actually kind of just want to pack up the old Roadcaster and the mics and just go on the road and start
wherever we go. Yeah,
wherever I want, bro.
Yeah. Just go full nomad.
Yeah.
Just grab your bird, grab your road.
Yeah.
And hit the road.
Grab my road and hit the road with some bird.
That's right.
Be the bird. And just get enough momentum, and I will take off.
You will. You'll get that nose up, won't you? Yeah. Boy, this took a lot.
Man, this is just a full circle. That's why I did that in the entire analogy, was because I was talking about me being a bird.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah. I like it, man.
All right, bro. So this has been the Be the Difference podcast. As always, I'm your host, Greg Birch. If you got anything from this, do me a favor, share this content. If you learned something, if it entertained you, and I know it entertained you because David's pretty damn funny. But share this context. We get our message out by word of mouth. And so if you could, it would honor me a ton if you could share this on your social media, tell your friends about it, get more people on it, and they can learn and grow from it as well. This has been the Be the Difference podcast. I'm doing the outro again. My name's Greg Birch. I'm your host. Until next